Hey everybody, it's Melanie, and today I'm going to be doing a story time video like I have before, and today I'm going to be doing the story time for when I went to Money in the Bank, which was about a few days ago. So I'm filming this video a little bit after that because I don't want to forget anything. I'm going to be doing a Money in the Bank themed look, so I think I'm going to do like green and gold. Looks weird for me, but we're just gonna keep pulling through on this. I'm gonna go over the matches and tell you guys what happened or what I was feeling or like what people were saying. Money in the Bank originally was supposed to be at Allegiant Stadium when it first said that it was gonna be coming back to Vegas here. For Money in the Bank it said Allegiant Stadium. And I was like, okay, that's gonna be pretty cool, because I was like, oh, Money in the Bank usually isn't at a stadium, so I thought that was gonna be pretty cool. So I bought my tickets sometime in May, and come to find out it ends up getting canceled. They said that they were gonna change venues to MGM Grand, which I have been to MGM Grand before. If you've seen my videos, I've talked about being there before. Yeah, so I had to deal with waiting for my money to be refunded and then have to buy tickets all over again. Men's Money in the Bank match. Now, going into it, my pick to win was Liv, and my second choice was going to be Alexa. Now, I know once they added Becky, I was like, maybe Becky's going to win it and then she'll just cash it in either at SummerSlam, or she'll like wait until Clash of the Castle. I knew that they were waiting for Clash of the Castle for at least for Drew to wrestle Roman and then Becky to wrestle Bianca, but I still figured that she might have won it too. But yeah, I thought they all did pretty well. Like, the women did great. The crowd in Vegas was really behind Becky, Asuka, Liv, Alexa, and Shotzi. You know, some people would like cheer for Raquel and stuff. Lacey Evans was booed really hard. So that was pretty funny. I don't really want to mention too much about like Shotzi with some of her moves, because I know people were like ratting on her for like the whole weekend talking about the match or whatever. I think she did a good job. When Liv won, I was super excited. I cheered really loud. For some reason, I literally was on the verge of tears when she won. I don't know how to describe it, because I was gonna, you know, film her winning like after she won, which those videos are on my Instagram, so if you want to go see them you can. But I was gonna film her winning, but I just was wanting to cry. Like, I could feel the tears coming out, and I tried to hold it in because I didn't want like anyone to see that I was like crying, but I didn't know what came over me. I was like, why am I crying? Like, why am I wanting to cry? So I guess because I was just like super happy as she won, that I was just like, you know, super overjoyed with emotions and stuff, and I was like really happy for her, so maybe that's why I wanted to cry. But I just felt like wanting to. So that was still really good, and I was proud of Liv for doing it because she definitely deserved winning. Theory against Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. I was actually shocked that Bobby won, because I had a feeling that Theory was gonna win and, you know, it's just gonna be like whatever. But like when Bobby won, I literally went like, because I just couldn't believe that Theory lost the title. But I know Bobby does deserve it. I think they did pretty well. Like, Theory did a good job with Bobby, and Bobby did a good job with Theory. Theory was booed like the whole time. Next match was Bianca and Carmella. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, you guys would know how I feel from before when finding out that Rhea was not medically cleared to wrestle. So when I found that out, I was sad. I was like, I am gonna miss Rhea again. Now that she's like a bad guy. I mean, she was a heel when she was in NXT UK, but like her being this new character, I wanted to see that. And I mean, I had a feeling that Rhea was going to lose regardless, but it's just the idea of seeing Rhea again. But when they said that she wasn't medically cleared, I was like, no. When they had to pick a new contender or a new opponent for Bianca, and you know, they had all the women wrestle or whatever, so I wasn't surprised that it was Carmella. I'm not to be mean. I just wasn't surprised it was her, because it seems like Carmella is always one that they can rely on to show up and wrestle when somebody is medically unable to. I'm happy that they had like a legit, like at least a good, like, I don't know how long the match was. I want to say it was like 10 minutes or something, but at least they had like a legit amount of time to wrestle. So it wasn't like a full-on like squash match. It was just what it was, and you know, Bianca won obviously, so I already knew that. I was hoping that at least at this point, which I knew wasn't gonna happen, but I figured it would happen at this point, was I really wanted Bayley to return so much. I really wanted her to, but she didn't, and I can figure I figure out why now after it's already done. But you know, it still was really good. The next match was the Usos against the Street Profits. It was the only match throughout the whole night that literally gave me mini heart attacks during certain times, because every time they would do a pin, you would think that, oh, that's the end of the match, and then like, you know, you're waiting for that epic pin, and you know, it was a near fall, and like my heart would be pounding each time. It's funny because my section where I was at was like 90% Bloodline Uso fan, because most of the time they were just, you know, pointing with the one, like throughout the whole thing, just looking at everybody and stuff, and it was pretty funny. There was one point, I think it was at the beginning when, I think it was Jay, if I remember correctly. It might be Jimmy, but I think it was Jay. So at one point he like threw his t-shirt off, and he like threw it into the audience or something, and he threw it, you know how at these events there's like usually like a security or like a staff person that's like sitting there in between where the front row is at, like in between the aisles, so that way, you know, they can watch the audience and stuff. Like he threw the t-shirt and it landed literally on top of this staff member's head, and it was super funny. I just thought it was hilarious. Everyone like around that area was like laughing, and like one fan went up to him and was like, hey, can I have the t-shirt? And then he gives it to him. But I thought that was pretty silly. That match was probably match of the night for me, at least, because I was like super into it, and I thought they did really good. Like, just, you know, when the Usos put on a match, and even Street Profits too, when you know they're going to do a match together because their feud has been going on for a while, you know that their matches are going to be good. Can I say this on YouTube? I'm not sure, but like there's a point during the match too where like Montez Ford was like doing the whole like DX thing, and the crowd was just going, you know, can I say this? I should be able to say it. They were just saying, you know, suck it, suck it, suck it, and they were saying it multiple times until one point where he was just like, ah, and they said it. You know, they did that. It's funny because this green is supposed to be like a really pretty green, like a really shiny green, but it looks more like yellow, so I'm sorry. My camera stopped filming, sorry. Ronda and Natalya had their SmackDown Women's Championship match, and I was thinking, okay, well, Natalya trained Ronda in wrestling, so I figured that this was probably going to be a pretty good like technical match, or some type of lots of submissions and holds and stuff. There was just so many holds and submissions and stuff like that at times, which is understandable. The people around me just wasn't into the match. They were saying, this is boring. Someone shouted, I don't care who wins this match, just hurry up and end it, and people around me was like laughing. People were chanting for Bayley at some point. I was like, yes, please bring back Bayley, please bring her back. I miss her so much, and that's my hometown girl. Like, I'm sorry, I really miss Bayley. There was one point where like Ronda did a, what was it, she put Natalya in a sharpshooter, and she did like the Shawn Michaels pose, and I was like, she did that. Crowd booed, like, which I understand. People booed her for that, and I'm like, isn't she supposed to be a good guy? Like, Natalya's supposed to be the bad guy, and Ronda's supposed to be the good guy. I'm confused here. After Ronda had won, I was like, okay, that's the end of the match. And people left, you know, because, you know, the match ends, you know, if you go to live events, you know that they end up leaving after each match or so. So a lot of people left after Ronda had literally just won. And then Liv's music hits. And everyone's freaking out, going crazy. I was freaking out, going like, I was going crazy. Liv is actually going to cash in because I thought she was going to wait. And then it was official. Because, you know, sometimes they do the thing where it's like, they try to pretend that the person's cashing in and then nothing official happens. It was gonna fail and they were just gonna have Liv lose. I was just super worried about that the most. As soon as Liv won though, I screamed. You can hear it in my video if you watch my Instagram post. You'll hear me go, whoa, or whatever. And then like throughout the video, I'm saying like, come on, Liv, come on. So at some point I was like, whoa, like after she won, and I literally wanted to cry again, like fully on cry. I just really wanted to. I don't know, it's just her winning just made me feel all sorts of emotions. I just couldn't help myself, you know? Imagine if you were one of those people that like left after seeing as Ronda won. Imagine you're one of those people and you totally missed the cash in. Wow. I feel bad for those people. It was a really good moment. I'm glad I got to witness it because I feel like it was a really good moment for her and she definitely did deserve it. I'm proud of you, Liv, and you made me cry. So yeah. We're gonna go to the main event now. So let me curl my eyelashes. I got false eyelashes on, so that took a little bit. Adam Pearce comes out and says that there's gonna be another person added to the match. Now people around me were saying John Cena, people were saying Cody, probably Cena for sure. And it wasn't. It was Theory. As soon as they added him, I was like, he's winning, isn't he? He's winning. That's why he lost the title. It all makes sense now. Theory was added and I was like, he's winning. But you know what? Let's just watch this and see. Now going into it, my pick to win was Drew. My second choice was going to be Seth. I figured Drew would win so he could have a confirmation, an official match at Clash of the Castle against Roman, and he would just cash it in there. Anytime that somebody attacked Theory, people would be cheering for that person. Omos attacked him at one point and people were cheering for Omos. They're saying thank you, Omos. Then I think Madcap attacked him at one point, so people were saying thank you, Madcap, or thank you, Moss. When Drew and Sheamus were like doing the, you know, the hits on his chest, everybody was like cheering for them and like saying like thank you, Sheamus, thank you, Drew. Replay of it on Peacock. I didn't know that there was a point that like Sammy was like hiding behind one of the posts or something when Omos was in the ring, so I didn't see that because I was, you know, so far away. I'm not paying attention to that part, but I thought that was a pretty funny thing when they all ganged up on Omos and they put like all the ladders. They put all the ladders on top of him. I thought that was pretty cool. Anytime like Theory would go onto the ladder, like people would boo. Theory picks up the win. He becomes the new men's Money in the Bank winner. After the pay-per-view ended, me and my sister that I went with, we kind of just waited there to kind of like wait for the crowd to kind of like, you know, get a little bit less of people leaving. And at one point, I didn't know who this was, but at one point Corbin attacked Pat McAfee. Now when that happened, I saw it down below, but I thought that two people were getting into a fight, like just regular people. I was like, why are people getting into a fight now? You know, but then when I saw, you know, Corbin standing and he throws Pat McAfee and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, it's Corbin and Pat McAfee. After that happened, so Theory was still in the ring at this point. Corbin, you know, went up there in the ring with him, held the Money in the Bank with him, and then he left. So Theory is still in the ring and they're playing his music. He decides to go on the microphone and he talks. He's talking about, I know you guys love me, that's why you guys do this. He's the next big thing. He's the main guy, saying that he's better than Cena, all these different things. And then afterwards he did say that he was going to be at SummerSlam and we should expect him there. And that's how it ended for Money in the Bank. We'll see where this leads us. I think Theory has a match against Bobby at SummerSlam, but Theory was making it seem like at Money in the Bank that he was going to cash in on Roman on that day for SummerSlam. So we'll see if that actually happens. Or that was Money in the Bank. Even though the card was small and it seemed like we didn't really get much because they're kind of like fast forwarding to SummerSlam. I still think it was a pretty decent show. I mean, being there, like getting a much more time for the matches instead of like a really huge card. It's always fun to go to these. It's a good experience, you know. It was a really good time and I cried about twice. Just for Liv though, just for her I cried. Decided to do yellow and green today, but I don't really care for green eyeshadow on myself, so looking at this I'm kind of just like, green's not really my color. But I wanted to do the theme for Money in the Bank and I wanted to wear these pretty earrings because my friend Julia got them for me, so they match. Yay! And I picked the right lipstick color. Yes. What did you guys think of Money in the Bank? Let me know and we could talk about it. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel so you guys know when a new video comes out. I do videos like this all the time and we talk about wrestling. I do unboxing videos. I do all that stuff. I did make videos from Money in the Bank on my Instagram page, so I'll link them down below, so if you guys want to go check them out, you guys will see them there. I will go now so I can stop babbling because I really don't have much else to say. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have an awesome day and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!